Welcome back, Seth Bling here. Today I've got for you a really secure lock that's based on a wolf. Now let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm just going to run right through this wall, and luckily it opens for me just in the nick of time. And we can see there's the wolf here. This wolf is actually critical to the system. Only the owner of this wolf will be able to go through the wall and enter the house. And moreover, if somebody else tries to enter the house using this lock, it's going to alert the owner that they've tried to do it. So this is how you reset it, because you have to reset the wolf every time, because it's going to teleport to you every time the lock is used. Okay, get in there, little buddy. All right. So I'll show you one more time going through the lock. You might have. Oh, yeah, you can see the wolf behind me there. Had teleported to me. And if you are another player who isn't the owner of the wolf and you try and go through the lock, the wolf isn't going to teleport to you, and so the lock isn't going to open. And let me just get him in there. So if I just stand on the pressure plate and the wolf, I don't get far enough away from the wolf won't teleport to me. The door didn't open. Now when the wolf does teleport to me later, the door still isn't opening. And that's because there's a timing circuit which makes sure that... Well, actually, let me show you over here what's going on. Basically, there's a timing circuit that makes sure that the delay between stepping on the pressure plate and the wolf teleporting to you is the exact right amount. So when you step on the pressure plate, what happens is it triggers this trapdoor. The trapdoor opens, and the wolf falls down onto this pressure plate. It's just far enough that the wolf will take a little bit of damage. So you will actually need to heal the wolf in between uses if you don't want it to die eventually. But it can take a few hits before it'll die. So it'll hit the pressure plate, it'll stand up. Now at that point it'll look for its owner, and if the owner is far enough away, it's going to teleport to the owner. Now when you're running along and you get to about here, the wolf teleports to you and it hops off the pressure plate. So basically, if you're sprinting, there's a very specific amount of delay between stepping on the pressure plate here and the wolf disappearing from this pressure plate. And that's what all this circuitry here looks for. It's just an AND gate between those two events. There's some little monostable circuits here to really capture those two events at a very specific time frame. So there's a little bit of a delay, and then there's an AND gate between those two things right here, and that just opens the door up right here, kind of a jeb door, half jeb door. So the beautiful thing about this is, if you're not the owner of the house or the owner of the dog, then if the owner is logged in and you try and do this, you're going to run a log, you're going to trigger the pressure plate, the wolf's going to fall down, and then it's going to stand up and immediately teleport to its owner. Now, this isn't going to be the right amount of timing, so you're not going to get through the door, but also the owner is going to be alerted that you've tried to enter his house. And similarly, if the owner isn't logged in, then the wolf will just fall down on the pressure plate and stand up. He still won't trigger the door here, because he has to teleport away from the pressure plate in order to trigger the door. And when the owner logs in next, the wolf will teleport to him, alerting him that somebody had tried to enter the house. And so not only is it extremely secure and that only the owner can actually enter it, but also it's going to alert the owner if somebody else tries to. So you can come back and maybe try and protect against griefing, that sort of thing. And then I just added a trapdoor here so you can reload the system pretty easily. And it's the same thing over there. You probably wouldn't want that in the if you were actually building this, because other people could load in their wolves that way. But yeah, so if you'd like to, the timings here are very specific, and the amount of distance and everything, and you probably can't see it all in the video. So if you'd like to build it for yourself, I've created a download, and so you can just download this and copy it block for block if that's what you want. The note blocks here aren't necessary. Yeah, I'm doing that instead of a tutorial because it would take a while to place all of these blocks in kind of a video. So I figure you can just look at it for yourself, and you can take it as slow as you want if you download the world. Pretty cool. That's about it. Thanks for watching.